Good morning, students. Can you see PPT? Can anyone reply, please? Can you see PPT? Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, students. Last class we discussed what is the procedure of manufacturing of clay brick or red brick and requirement of good brick and what are the test, field test as well as laboratory test we are conducting on brick and what are the guidelines and what are the requirements, what are the procedure to manufacture the bricks. These are the things we discussed in the last class. In today's class, we already know there are the different types of bricks are there. Clay brick, cement concrete blocks, alloy brick, solid brick, like that, fly ash brick, black brick, like that. There are the different types of bricks are there. As per your syllabus, red brick is one of the brick and the next one is cement concrete blocks. Cement concrete blocks can be classified according to their physical characteristics. Means cement concrete blocks we have categorized based on the physical and material, weight and density. Now we are characterized based on the physical property. First one is the alloy brick, alloy block. Alloy block, it contains only three sides. There is a covering and bottom side. Rest remaining is inside there is completely alloy space and cellular block and solid block and special blocks. Once again, I will repeat. Physical characteristics are alloy blocks, cellular blocks, solid blocks, and special blocks. First one is the solid blocks. In the diagram, you can see that is completely solid. Okay, inside material and outside completely, it is completely covered with the cement concrete material. According to the application requirement of block, it is classified as follows: load bearing and non-load bearing. Load bearing and non-load bearing. Load bearing means it can take up the complete, that is the load, and non-load bearing means especially partition walls and composite material, composite walls where the loads are not acting too much. That is not that is also called as a non-load bearing wall or not non-main load walls. Okay, what are the raw materials are required? First one is the cement. That is the major or one of the important raw material required for the manufacturing of solid block. And aggregate, here we are using both aggregate, that is the coarse aggregate as well as the fine aggregate. And next one is the cement aggregate ratio. That is the what is the aggregate ratio, means fine aggregate ratio. 1 is to 6. 1 indicates cement percentage and second digit, for example 1 is to 6, 1 is cement, 6 is fine aggregate. And second example 1 is to 8, 1 is cement, 6 is 8 is fine aggregate. For example 1 kg of cement, 6 kg of fine aggregate, or 1 kg of cement, 8 kg of fine aggregate. That is the cement aggregate ratio. And next one is water cement ratio. What is the water cement ratio should be there? Okay, simply we can't put 20 liter, 30 liter, 40 liter or 50 liter. Before we casting the cement concrete, we have to design the cement concrete block, how much that is the cement is required, how much percentage of that is the fine aggregate required, and how much percentage or quantity of that is the water is required. We have to calculate the what are the quantities of cement, fine aggregate and water, and based on the calculation we have to design or we have to calculate number of blocks. Okay, cement concrete blocks, solid blocks, this is the usual procedure. Aggregates are commonly used for the manufacturing of blocks or river sand or mineral waste like quarry dust, and ordinary Portland cement is used as a binder. As you know, aggregate is a common material. Last 20 years or 30 years back, they are using the river sand. Now availability of the river sand is restricted. So now they are going for the quarry dust or nothing but a yum sand or stone dust. These are the material they are using for the manufacturing of blocks. And next one is ordinary Portland cement. These materials are used to manufacturing of cement concrete blocks or nothing but a solid blocks. First one, prepare the raw material like cement and aggregate. First we have to collect the raw materials. cement as well as the aggregate. That aggregate should be satisfied some of the guideline. Simply we can't procure 20 mm, 40 mm, 60 mm aggregate. At the same time, we can't go for the 2 mm, 4 mm, 6 mm aggregate also. There is any guidelines are there as per IS code. The aggregate size should match the aggregate classification. And next one is the cement. Cement and aggregates are the main major, that is the raw material for the manufacturing of solid block or concrete block, and mixed to the correct proportion. I given the example in the last slide, 1 is to 6, 1 is to 8, 1 is to 10, like that. If you increases the percentage of fine aggregate, at the same time you can't expect there is the good strength. Means the cement as well as the cement aggregate proportion should be good, like 1 is to 4, 1 is to 6, 1 is to 5, like that. Then the proportion is good, then our mixed design proportion is correct, then we can get the good, correct, that is the strength of aggregate. And next one is they add the water. There is a water cement proportion should be good as per IS 456 2000, that is the code book. Usually they referred to calculate the what is the cement ratio, water cement ratio, IS 456 2000. Based on this code book, we can calculate what is the percentage of water is required, whether there is the 0.4%, 0.5%, 0.6% of cement, like that. Based on the calculation, we have to add the water to the mix proportion. And adjusting the proper consistency of mix means the mix proportion should be uniform and homogeneous. Sometimes improper mixing also affected the strength of concrete block. Improper, there is a mixing of cement and fine aggregate also, we can't expect the good strength. Improper mixing of, there is the water as well as the cement also, we can't expect the good strength. Okay, the mix proportion should be good. And place it into the mold. There is a molds are there, like usually there is a 4-inch wall, 4-inch, that is the thickness of block, and a 6-inch thickness of, that is the blocks. With the help of these blocks, that is the molds, we are placing the mix proportion. After the mixing, with the help of the rammer, with the help of the mechanical operator, or manually, they compacted the molds, they compacted the mixing of raw material, and afterwards they allow for the curing. Only thing is to minimize the hydration process. They will minimize the hydration process, then they can expect the good strength. Otherwise, without curing, we can't expect the strength, because of that is the hydration process. We can expect there is any cracks. When the cracks we can expect, then we can't expect the strength. So that why curing is mandatory. After the curing, they allow for the construction purpose. Cement concrete block or solid block. Measured to be taken ensure the manufacturing of quality of cement blocks. What are the measures? Ensure the manufacturing process. Grading of sand. First one, it should be proper grading. I already mentioned in a sieve analysis. Sieve analysis is a one of the experiment. We can calculate what is the sizes of the coarse aggregate are there. Okay, there is a set of sieves are there. With the help of the set of sieves, there is a 4.75, 2.36, 1.18, 600, 425, 300, 125 or 75 micron sieve sample. These are the set of sieves are there. With the help of the set of sieves, we can come to conclusion what are the sizes of aggregates are present. And proportion act as an important role, whether there is the cement concrete block or cement concrete for the floor, roof, beam, slab, whatever it may be.
Hello, sir.
Sorry, Madhukora. Proportion act as a uh, major role. Proportioning act as an important role, especially for the concrete design. What are the proportion we are using for the column is different, for the beam is different, for slab it is different, for lintel it is different. Sometimes for the column and beam, where the loads are acting on the more on the structure, civil engineering structure, usually they go for the higher proportion. For example, 1 is to 2 is to 4, 1 is to 4 is to 8, 1 is to 3 is to 6, 1 is to 1.5 is to 3, like that, especially for the concrete. As you know, concrete is a mixture of cement, fine aggregate, and coarse aggregate. First one is the indicated as an A. For example, 1 is to 3 is to 6. 1 means that is the cement. 3 means that is the fine aggregate. 6 means that is the coarse aggregate. Means first one is always cement proportion. Second one is fine aggregate proportion. And third one is coarse aggregate proportion. Okay. That is the usual concept in the concrete. There is the mixed proportion. Here, in a concrete block, only we are using cement as well as the fine aggregate. Okay, mixed proportion should be correct. Some of the important building or important structure, they go for the 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3, 1 is to 4, 1 is to 5, like that. Some of the construction companies, to minimize the cement content, they go for the 1 is to 10, 1 is to 12, 1 is to 3 or 13, 1 is to 15, like that. Means it should be proper mixed proportion, then only we can expect a good result, means good strength of concrete block. And avoiding the usage of finer fraction. Means what is the meaning of finer fraction? Means in a sieve analysis, I already mentioned there is a set of sieves 4.75, 3.26, 2.36, 1.18, and 600, 425, and 150, 300, 150, 75 micron sieve sample. Means 4.75 to 75 we can expect there is the good fine aggregates. Okay, what are the particles are passing 75 micron sieve sample, we call it as a finer. Means in that finer we can expect that is clay, silt and clay content. When the silt and clay content is more or rich in a material, we can expect there is an a small, there is an a cracks, there is an shrinkage cracks in a structure or in a block. To avoid the finer fraction, what are the materials are passing 75 micron sieve sample, we have to minimize the usage of passing 75 micron sieve sample. Through mixing, means I already mentioned that is the mixing proportion is also act as any one of the major role in manufacturing of cement concrete block. If it is improper mixing, then we can't expect that is the good strength. For example, if we add cement as well as the fine aggregate, okay, there is an improper mixing, then we can't expect there is any strength. Okay, some part is completely cement, some part is completely fine aggregate. Okay, it should not homogeneous, then we can't expect there is any good strength. Not only that is the material, when we are adding the water also, it should be truly mixed. The mix proportion after the mixing, the mix proportion should be uniform color and homogeneous, then we can expect the strength. And next one is the proper curing. Once the casting is over, okay, curing should be mandatory. Without curing, we can't expect there is a strength. Okay, because we are using the cement. As you know, cement, one of the, for the manufacturing of the cement, lime is also one of the ingredient for the manufacturing of cement. Without manufacturing, sorry, without curing, we can't expect the good strength. So proper curing is also required. Curing is completely depends on the field and plant and availability of the material and time. Next one is autoclated aerated concrete blocks. Means it is also called as an AAC blocks. AAC blocks is made up of Portland cement, fine aggregate, and water, and as an expansion agent is nothing but a admixtures. They are using the different materials. For example, for aerated clay, aerated block, cement and the fine aggregate and water are the basic material. Based on the availability and based on the requirement, they are using the different admixtures or nothing but a chemical admixtures or expansion agents to get the good result. First one is the Portland cement, is nothing but a cement. As we already discussed, there are the different types of cements are available, like a 43 grade of cement, 53 grade of cement, like that. Based on the availability and based on the cost, okay, we are using the different cement grade of cement. And next one is the fine aggregate. They are mentioning here fly ash or sand. As we know, M sand is also one of the material and river sand is also one of the material, okay, for the manufacturing of concrete block. Fly ash is the one of the waste material from the thermal station. They are using the fly ash as a filler material. We can expect a small amount of binder material in a fly ash. We can expect the good strength when you add the fly ash in a cement concrete block. And water, as we know, water is also one of the primary material to mix the cement fine aggregate. And next one is the admixtures are nothing but a expansive agent. In the market, there are the n number of that is the expansive agents or admixtures are available. Depend upon the field condition, depend upon the what we are manufacturing, what kind of concrete we are manufacturing. Based on that, we have to select the admixtures. Some of the concrete blocks are too strengthy, means hardness is too good. They are using the different, that is the stabilizer. Some of the concrete block, as you know, that is completely lightweight. Okay, during the construction of our college lab block, you can see there is a completely lightweight blocks. They are using the different admixtures. And some of the blocks are, that is the form bricks, means with help of the form they created or they manufacture the concrete blocks. Like that, there are the different admixtures are there, depend upon the purpose. And next one is the autoclaving process result in the production of air voids in a material, making it less dense, easy to cut, mold and better installation. Autoclave is completely, that is the, we can create it a more air voids. Only thing is we have to cut down the weight. Okay, that is completely lightweight and we can easily we can cut it in a different shape. Okay, it is completely hard material, high density material. During the cutting process we can't expect it, there is any sharp edges, there is any wastages or more in this, in these kinds of, that is the material, easily we can cut down in a different manner. Suppose if we want to off or 3/4 or 1/4, okay, easily we can cut down in a site. Okay, and a better installation also we can do it. And autoclave is a strong pressured and a steam heated vessel, means here density is less and we are using the air void material, means we can't come to conclusion this is not a strong. Autoclave materials also strong, high dense means hardness is also there, and we are using the pressurized steam, means that is also one of some of the equipments are there. With a high pressure they casted the cement concrete or nothing but a autoclave aerated concrete block. And multi-storage building made up with the AAC blocks. Obviously, lightweight material, more voids. Then usually, what is the conclusion means it is not good for the construction. Not like that. With the help of the AAC block, they are constructing the multi-storage buildings. What are the advantages of AAC blocks? And using the AAC blocks reduces the load on the foundation and other structural component in a structure due to the lower self weight. Obviously, we are using the different kind of, that is the material. Suppose if you use stone or solid blocks, okay, obviously it is the weight is reflected on foundation or any other structural components because of its weight, at the same time dead weight. When we are using the aerated concrete block, okay, that self weight is too low, means we can't expect the more load on the foundation and at the same time structural component. Okay, about the 55% is reduction in the weight of wall can be obtained when compared to that wall made with the clay brick. When we are using the clay brick or nothing but a red brick, what is the loads are acting on the foundation, we can minimize that load of 50 to 60%. We can minimize the load on the structural component. For example, on the foundation with the help of the clay block, clay brick, 100 kg is acting on the foundation as well as the structural component like column and beam. We can reduce this to 50 to 60 kg when we are using the aerated concrete block. And next one is the environmental impact. What are the environmental impact we can expect? Aerated concrete blocks uses of fly ash 70% of its weight. Means, for example, that block is 1 kg, means 0.7 kg is completely covered with the fly ash. Fly ash, as we already discussed, in a fly ash is one of the waste material. We can expect the binder material. At the same time, density is also very less. Those provided the most constructive solution to the nation fly ash utilization problem. As we know, fly ash is the waste material from the thermal power plant. We can utilize the maximum amount of fly ash, especially in the civil engineering field, for the manufacturing of the bricks and in the manufacturing of cement. Like that, we can utilize the fly ash in a different manner. And fly ash is an industrial waste product, and use of fly ash in a aerated concrete block production process takes care of issues concerned with its disposal. Means disposal, waste material disposal is the one of the major problem in the cities and in and around the globe. Okay, when we are using the waste material in a manufacturing of, that is the cement concrete block or cement, okay, it acts as a major role. And next one is advantages of aerated concrete blocks. First one is the excellent acoustic and fire resistance and ventilation, energy saving, accuracy, rapid on site assembly, long life, means it's nothing but a durability. First one is as excellent acoustic, means outer surface we can expect there is any uniform surface. And fire resistance, as you know completely, there is the voids, presence of voids or more, it is completely act as a fire resistance. And ventilation is nothing but a we can that can passes the air from the one point to another point easily. And energy saving, when ventilation act as an important role, at the same time we can cut down the energy. And accuracy is there, means tight heads, no need of, that is the undulations, and wear and tear. And rapid on site assembly, means that is the fast work we can expect, that is the work efficiency, it's good. And come to the durability, or nothing but your life is also we can expect good life on good durability. What are the composition we are using, what are the ingredient material we are using for the manufacturing of aerated concrete block? First one is the fly ash. We already discussed 50 to 60% is completely covered with the fly ash material, and cement is 33%, and lime is 8%, aluminum powder is 0.07%. These are the basic material or ingredient for the manufacturing of cement concrete block, or sorry, aerated concrete block. In examination, you can expect this question for 8 to 10 marks. Define aerated concrete block with advantages and disadvantages. You can expect this question in a VTU examination. And not only in a VTU examination, some of the competitive examinations, they will ask this question: what is the importance of aerated concrete block? And in some of the MCQ question, MCQ pattern questions, they will ask one question on the aerated concrete block. There is the fly ash percentage, lime percentage, and cement percentage. And uses of block masonry in building. What is the uses of the blocks in a masonry, especially in a building construction? Come to the road construction is nothing but a pavement construction, dam construction. There are different in block masonry, especially in building, there is a uses and application is different. One concrete block, that is that dimension is 390 by 190 by 190 mm, can replace 8 bricks. Means one concrete block is equal to 8, approximately 8 red brick or clay brick. Means now you can imagine how faster we can construct. Instead of 8 brick, we are placing one concrete block. how much that is the energy is saving, how much we can expect there is a work progress, at the same time what is the labor cost, and what about the material cost, especially there is the mortaring work or plastering work, we are using the more material for the clay brick or red brick, now we can minimize. And next one is concrete blocks are more environmental friendly. Concrete blocks are more environmental friendly compared to other type of blocks. For example, we can't, especially in a red bricks, we are not burning in concrete blocks. Red bricks, there is a burning process we can expect. Burning process also we can expect in a red brick, but cement concrete blocks not, we can't expect any burning process. Then we can minimize the air pollution. Like that, there are the n number of reasons are there for the environmental friendly. And aerated concrete and installation cost reduced because of blocks of air column. Allow block offered good thermal and acoustic installation. As we know, there is completely cost reduction techniques, because we are using 50 to 60% of waste material is nothing but a fly ash. It is completely effect on, that is the cost reduction. And especially during the column construction and the beam construction, where we not required more load on the structural component, we can use it as a name, we can use the block masonries. And dead load also we can reduce, not only dead load, and self weight also we can reduce on the structural component like column, beam, slab, roof and foundation. Less mortar is consumable, as you know, that is one concrete block is replacement of 8 bricks, obviously we can reduce the mortar consumptions. Can anyone tell what is the meaning of mortar? What is the meaning of mortar? Can anyone? What is the meaning of mortar? Arini, what is the meaning of mortar? Arini,
So
Sir, it is a mixture
mixed.
of
what is the meaning of mortar?
cement and sand. Sir, mixture of cement and sand.
No. So,
What is the application of mortar? Anyone?
sir, it
It
helps
is
to
put
bind.
between bricks.
The wall fastening, sir.
What is the application?
It safeguards the walls.
See, if you want to join two blocks, okay, mortar is required. As you know, mortar is mixture of cement and fine aggregate. Again, 1:6, 1:3, like that. Okay. Mentioning less mortar is required or consumed. If you agree for this sentence, how?
Sir, if less water is consumed, it's more helpful.
Okay. Then sizes of various concrete blocks, how it is varies from one end to another vendor. I already mentioned there is the 90 centimeter and 190 sorry 90 mm and 190 mm. In field they will call it as 4-inch brick as well as 6-inch bricks. Okay, the size is varies from length, width as well as the height of the blocks. Okay, I already mentioned there is the 4-inch wall and a 6-inch wall. Especially main walls are 6 inches or 30 centimeter or 300 mm. Okay, partition wall is varies. Usually that is the 4 inches. And requirement of good blocks. What are the requirements of good blocks? First one is the water resistance, fire resistance, aesthetic property, and installation property, and acoustic property. These are the basic requirements of good blocks. As you know, water resistant, water absorption should be less, and fire resistance. As you know, some of the bricks are they are really good in fire resistance. Otherwise, it easily catches the fire. And aesthetic property and acoustic property and installation property. As you know, installation it's not required any skilled labors. And come to the there is the progress of work. It is good progress. It should be good progress. And requirement of good blocks: grade A, minimum block density of 1500 kg per meter cube, and compression strength is 15 Newton per mm square at 28 days curing. Okay, means there are the different types of grading of blocks are there. Like in last class we discussed first class break, second class break, and third class and fourth class break, like that. Here also there is the blocks gradients or classifications are different. Minimum block density, that is 1500 kg per meter cube, compression strength 15 kilonewton per meter cube after the 28 days of curing time. Okay, if it is not, for example, we are not using the that is the good proportion, here we can recall the that is the proportion part. We are not maintaining the good proportion. For example, that proportion is 1:8, 1:10, 1:12, 1:20, for example, like that. The density is not come to the up to the mark like 1500 kg per meter cube. At the same time, go to grade B, that density is restricted to 1100 to 1500 kg per meter cube and shall be manufactured for the minimum average compression strength of 3.5 to 5 Newton per mm square, respectively, at 28 days curing time. Here there is the compression strength or nothing but a density, and density also we can expect there is the less because again they are using the different proportion, but the grades are different, proportion is also different. Solid concrete blocks are classified as in a grade C, and the solid concrete blocks are used as a load bearing unit and shall have a block density not less than 1800 kg per meter cube, and these shall be manufactured for the minimum average compression strength of 4 to 5 Newton per mm square, respectively, where the that is the load bearings units are required. Students, what is the difference between load bearing walls and non load bearing walls? Can you give the example? Load bearing structure and non load bearing structures. Students, what is the difference between load bearing structures and non load bearing structures? Can you give example?
So load bearing structures to withstand the load. So which
In load bearing structures, load is on the walls, sir. In non-load bearing structure, it's on pillars, sir.
Correct. There are the two types of this structure we can expect. There is a frame structure. Frame structure, instead of non-load bearing walls, we call it as a frame structure and load bearing structures. Okay. Frame structures means especially nowadays apartments and multi-storage buildings we can expect only foundation. Initially they go for the foundation, column, beam, slab, column, beam, slab, column, beam, slab, like that. After the requirement of that is the customers, column, beam, slab, column, beam, slab, like that. After the requirement of customer, they will construct the wall in between the wall. That is a good example of frame structure. Load bearing walls means usually for the, especially for the residential building, they follow this procedure. Foundation, at the same time after the completion of foundation, they go for the masonry, that is nothing but a wall. Okay, they constructed the simultaneously wall, lintel, column, beam, slab, like that. Okay, there is a good example of the load bearing walls. Okay, concrete blocks are useful especially for the load bearing walls because we can expect the more density. Okay, aram say it can take the more load. And timber as a construction material, as we already discussed, stone is also one of the major, that is the construction or nothing but a building material. Stone we completed. Brick, we discussed the two types of bricks. First one is the red brick and cement concrete block, and next one is the fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. Technically we call it as a fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. Non-technically, in a general, they will call it as a sand or dust or yum sand, like that. And in other term, in a coarse aggregate, they call it as a jelly in local language, but in technically they call it as a fine aggregate for the sand or yum sand, coarse aggregate for the jelly or boulders. Okay, we discussed these are the major material for the construction of building, and one of the major material is that is the timber. As a timber as a construction material, as we know, there are the two types of the trees we can expect. There is the endogenous tree and exogenous tree. Okay, and you can see there is a flow diagram. Trees, exogenous tree as well as the endogenous tree. Okay, exogenous, again they divide into two parts. There is the softwood as well as the hardwoods. Okay, confiner is an evergreen trees having the pointed needle like leaves and restricted annual ring and straight fiber and are soft with the pins and expansion light in color and lightweight. Means especially there is the confirmed exogenous tree, there is the softwoods we can expect there is a lightweight and light in color. Okay, especially these kinds of woods they are using for the manufacturing of furnitures, like those kinds of that is the work they are using these softwood. And hardwood, that color we can make it as a heavy dark color and heavy weight, sulfate is weight. We can use these kind of material for the manufacture or to prepare a door or lintel, wooden lintel and slab and timber framing work and shutters. We can go for these kinds of material. Any doubts, students? Up to here, you have any doubts? In Google Classroom, I shared the material, that is the building material, all the 5 modules and important question after the each module and syllabus. These are the things I shared in Google Classroom. Please go through that. And I shared the textbooks also, soft copy of PDF textbooks and PPT also I shared. Okay, please go through those material. And some of the students are submitted the certificates. It's my request. Remaining students, please submit the certificates, upload in Google Classroom. Okay, and overall rejoin the third semester students. Please call after this class because I want your name as well as the USNs. Okay, not regular students, rejoined students. Please call me after this class. Okay, any doubts students? Facing any difficulties? Are facing any difficulties, please call me after this class. We can interact, or I try to solve your problems. Okay. USN 1. USN 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
USN 1.
Yes, sir.
2.
Present, sir.
3.
Yes, sir.
4.
Present, sir.
4.
Present, sir.
5.
Present.
Yes, sir.
6.
Present, sir.
7.
Yes, sir.
8. 8. 8. USN 8. 9.
Yes, sir.
10.
Present, sir.
11. 12. 13.
Present, sir.
14.
Yes, sir.
15.
Present, sir.
16.
Present, sir.
17. 18.
Present, sir.
19.
Yes, sir.
20. 20.
Yes, sir.
21.
Present, sir.
21.
Present, sir.
ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಹೇಳೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗಂಡು ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
21.
Present, sir.
ಸರಿ
22. 23.
Present, sir.
24.
Present, sir.
25.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
26.
Present, sir.
27.
Present, sir.
29.
Present, sir.
30. 31.
Present, sir.
32. 33.
Present, sir.
34.
Present, sir.
35.
Present, sir.
36.
Present, sir.
37.
Present, sir.
38. 39. 40. 41.
Present, sir.
41.
Sir, USN 1 present.
Sir, 41
41.
present, sir. Present, sir.
42.
Present, sir.
43. 45.
Present, sir. 45.
46.
Present, sir.
47. 47.
Sir, USN 1 present, sir.
Students, I am texting the link. There is a quiz
Sir,
link
sir,
in chat
41
box.
present, sir.
After this class, please fill the Google form, okay, and try to complete the online course as far as possible early, because 20 is the last date. 20th is the 20th is the last date.
Sir, verify ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ sir online course.
20th is the last date to upload this certificate. If you have any doubt after this class, call me. Okay. Thank you, students.